Oh mudflooders, look at this place on Google Earth. A place we rarely find, I tell you, where the floods never hit, nor even flinch, for the inhabitants there are so by and rich. They remain part of the Stillverse when we are not. Yes, us, the sad post-American lot. I am not afraid, but I can honestly say that the mudflood plays a crucial role in the stories drawn out at length in the Stillverse. That being said, I am not able to retrieve hard-cold facts. To entertain any theory within their monopolized sphere of tyranny is to participate in the static, dumbed-down system of proofs and definitions. I searched most my life, diving deep into the ick and the thick of the impossible, and never once did I make it back with the kind of evidence one short on IMIX thinks is necessary to reach your next level of development. I never made it back with a souvenir or a stamp that I could lick. What I came back with is irrefutable proof to myself, for I know what thoughts are mine. I have studied them a long time, and an almost endless array of imagery, not previously belonging to me, shattering the sanctity of what important used to mean. But to try and relate the idea of proof, to try and break the spell imposed on you in the guise of truth, to make you aware that more than one spell has been cast on, in, and around you, and to unweave that mask so insultingly laid upon your breath in order to reach the true reality of IMIX. But come, there are some people I want you to meet. The world of Set, the dark world we cannot see, is linked to the material world in places which must not be damaged. We know how to concentrate with the darkness, in a luna, in thought, quoth the KOGI. We, the Mamos, know that there are special sites, and they are threaded together. We are explaining this to our brothers across the sea, so we can work with them and show the connection between places. Quoth the KOGI. This place is the origin of everything. It's the start of the thread tying the material world to a luna. It is the mother and father to everything, quoth the KOGI. Line. We must live in harmony and respect for our surroundings. In life we receive everything. To be in peace, we only need to live accordingly. To the chant of the water, the language of the birds, the history that is written in the leaves of the wood, and the message that brings the whisper of the wind to our very ears, if only we would listen, listen, listen. The borderline of Sierra Nevada Santa Marta, the black line that surrounds the heart of the world. There are 4 cardinal points. The center is this specific sierra, pumping the life-giving force to surrounding realities, the earth and its inhabitants. Its proper function is vital for sustaining this, our very existence. A true connection to the world we once knew can be viewed when one enters the world of the KOGI. The vast knowledge I have gained from these people some 2,000 miles away from me, an understanding of what it means that they hid away all these years, what it allows me to witness with my own eyes, what I could only speculate before. To me, they are living proof that the world has gone wrong, a theory I have had since I was oh so very young. Thus quoth the KOGI, the black border line is the limit to enter the heart of the world. In the beginning it was called Nivi Umuke, and it is the space that corresponds to us, the 4 tribes, to live, grow, and develop. Thus quoth the KOGI. Nivi Umuke is a space that our Celestial Father gave to us to do our spiritual works. Black borderline is a space to make our work of protecting the Mother Earth. Thus quoth the KOGI. The ancient wisdom of the KOGI Mamos is the most powerful tool to face the catastrophe that is approaching. The spirits of nature and the allies have been diminished. The force must be fully restored. The heart of the world is in serious danger. The great energetic fence that defends it is quickly being destroyed. But I am not here to deflate you, but to grow your awareness of these people, to align your spirit and your will with these people. Become a positive force in Topan to aid in their recovery of their spaces. I do not trust charities, but one is aligned with them, hopefully for good. I think our power lies undiscovered far from money's influence. Oh, I wish I could reveal all, but some details just have to be relayed one-on-one, not spilled across the internet for all to ridicule and deflower. When something is lost, you really don't know what you've lost. That's the point. Mass, Christ Mass. The true nature of the daily act of payment, not worship, to the spirits, or as I say, to the very real biologies of the unseen fabric of your greater body, and to the greater fabric of further unseen being. You may rediscover something when spending time with the KOGI. With the simple gift of salt and shells to mountain from the sea, they perform a serious act of biological alchemy, physiology of greater being, supplying the nutrients these spirit beings need to ground and alchemize with the material world, stabilizing the chi into reality, carrying the torch to the bridge, keeping the circuit flowing. This act, in fact performed by the KOGI, is the original construct that is deformed into the Mass of Christ, and even Christmas, even if just in name. But remember, when the church started selling tokens to heaven, how absurd that sounds to us now. But if our perspective were that of the KOGI's perspective, payment of some kind had to be done. Intrinsic in their customs from day one, the church merely took this natural inclination, obscured the roots of the tradition through methods I am at length going to divulge, just not here, so that when the next generation, still aware of the custom, but not to whom they are paying, the church lays in wait, filling the void and sealing of the way. Already swindled out of their biomes with the statement, "Where have all the gods gone?" The similar tribes and similar faces on the other side of the pond. At the onset of Catholicism, biomes strict, personal gods gone. These priests say they know the path to heaven. Just a shekel or 3 can save all of me. For I am between I mix. A strange day it is. I had a voice, a comfort all my own, connected me upward to my ancestral home. But now I find both light and voice gone. Why hath you forsaken me? What hath gone wrong? I truly wish I did not have to beat around the bushes, hurtling symbolic tidbit. But what I have found deep within the roots of this bush is a wild power, in fact, power for the saving hour. And as I mold this cryptic dish in hopes to tie a living rope to 8, 9, or 10 gleaming imex, so that the experiments may begin, if only the errors did not corrupt knowledge from poetry, for I fear I am amongst deaf ears. There is so much to learn from the KOGI. They are our teachers and our leaders, as in the days of the philosopher kings. If you do not see this as fact, I say stretch your reality a bit. The more we project that the KOGI be key to you and me returning to safety, the more we direct the forces of reality to make it so. We have a willing, bountiful biological spirit to our south, ready to help us when we are willing. To bring back the realms of old Tartaria and more. Our future civilization is in our hallucinating hands. The blood of the dragon is infinite potential realized by mechanisms of thought. When you grow your imex, you increase in this. This war is being fought in Topan as well. Knowing the motivations of these forces and how they correspond to Mictlan is vital to any party set on victory, which we are set.